I'm extremely confused at the state of things going on around the United States and all of the different groups that we've allowed to basically just infiltrate leadership positions in America.
The mayor and the council decided that they were going to name a street after a Hezbollah fighter. Now, Hezbollah is a terror organization.
I'm a pretty open-minded guy and tend to accept people where they are and meet them where they're at. But to allow certain people to blatantly take over cities all across the country and to allow them to pretty much basically infiltrate things and make Americans the minority in that city just so that they can be elected into higher positions in the government is pretty crazy.
The mayor of Dearborn, Abdullah Hamoud, says that resident is not welcome in Dearborn.
How are we at a certain point in our country where things are being named after Islamic extremists? That's pretty concerning. And it begs the question, how many Americans are just not involved with politics to such a large degree that they don't notice that this is even happening? I don't usually and haven't really been involved with politics, but usually when there's like a regime change or, we shift from Democrat to Republican, I kind of pay attention just to kind of see what's going on, because usually I like to laugh at the side that's usually freaking out about it.
Hezbollah, bombed the embassy in Beirut, and including many Americans. So I just feel it's quite inappropriate.
You are an Islamophobe, and although you live here, I want you to know, as mayor, you are not welcome here. And the day you move out of the city will be the day that I launch a parade celebrating the fact that you moved out of the city, because you are not somebody who believes in coexistence.
Where are we at as far as in Michigan that an entire town has been kind of taken over by the religion of Islam, and electing an official that can blatantly tell somebody who is a native-born American that he's not welcome in the city that he resides? If you know anything about Sharia law, it's not compatible with the Constitution at all. And there are clips all over the internet of Muslims and Islam faith people, and I'm not saying this is all of them, but there are extremes where the people are blatantly saying that they don't believe in the law of the land that they now live in, and that basically they won't respect anybody. I saw this clip of this lady asking a Muslim who practices Islam, and he basically just told her straight up that, she's gonna burn in hell. And I get that to some extent Christians have done something like that, but I think a lot of Christians these days are pretty laid back and not really extreme Christians for the most part. I know we're supposed to be like a country of diversity, and to some extent, we were built off of immigration. I don't necessarily fundamentally believe that. I do believe that immigrants came here and helped, but it was actually founded by colonizers, and settlers, so people may not like that, but it was. Where do we go from here when entire towns are pretty much being shifted into a religion that isn't necessarily compatible with American